Hey friend, welcome to the Self-Care Isn't Selfish podcast. I'm your host, Emily Nichols. As a Whole30 certified coach, wife, busy working boy mom, and your self-care guru, I'm here to help you start putting yourself first without the guilt. Each week you'll hear motivating and practical tips on how you can create a habit of self-care through interviews with my amazing guests or quick solo episodes with me. After each episode, you'll walk away with an action plan and feel empowered to implement what you have learned into your life. So grab a cup of coffee, glass of wine, or your favorite sparkling water, and let's do this. You're listening to episode 22 of the Self-Care Isn't Selfish podcast. Happy New Year! I hope you had the most wonderful holiday season with your family and loved ones and maybe got a little bit of rest and time to reflect on 2019 and what worked, maybe what didn't work, and you are going into this new decade, into 2020, feeling refreshed and ready to tackle your goals. Now, I'm sure, like me, I have been setting some new goals for 2020. And I'm sure you've seen a lot of other people, saying, oh, my word for the year is this or that. And this is what I'm doing to plan for the new year. And these are the goals and resolutions I have set for myself. In this Quickie episode today, I'm going to share a couple of ways to not get so overwhelmed by these goals and really find ways to make them achievable in this new year. So before you start going about setting your goals, you need to think about what priorities in your life are most important to you and not get overwhelmed by all the different areas you could improve on. When I sit down and did a brain dump for 2020, my list kept getting longer and longer and longer, and I really had to break it down from there priority-wise, what was going to be the most important to me. So maybe think about a certain few areas of your life, such as financial, spiritual, your health, family, career, etc., and think about a couple of goals under each of those headings that you want to work on for yourself. Now, always keeping in mind when you're setting these goals, the SMART goal acronym. This will be really great with implementing a strategy and having new ways to build habits around what you're hoping to achieve with these goals. It's great to think about them, manifest them, pray for them, ask for them to come to you, but you have to have that strategy behind it. And SMART goals will help you do that. So just a reminder, if you don't know what SMART goals are, it's an acronym. So SMART, S stands for specific, M is measurable, A is achievable, R is relevant, and T is time sensitive. This will be really great when you are reverse engineering those goals and the habits you're going to implement in order to reach those. So now that you've figured out what goals you want to achieve in 2020, you've used the SMART goal acronym, let's talk about 3 ways to make sure you're actually going to achieve those goals and rock 2020. Number 1, write them down. Take pen to paper, pencil to paper, and write them down. You're 42% more likely to actually achieve those goals if you write it down. I'm sure you may feel this way as well, but when I write something down, I feel like I retain it better. There's something about the actual act of writing where, it just connects to my mind a little bit more. It's great to, put something down and have like something visual on your computer or writing it down on a note in your phone or on your laptop or whatnot, but write it down as well because you are going to be more likely to achieve those goals. Number 2, keep them visible. So here's a few examples. So I have a few goals that I've set for myself, and I will be hanging them in my office where I sit every day for work, where I will see them and they are visible every day and the habits I need to do in order to achieve those. You can also place them in your planner, write them down again, but have them visible if you have a planner you use every day. And you have those goals written down where you see them every day, or put that as the screensaver on the back of your laptop. And number 3, be prepared for bumps in the road. There's going to be things that happen where your goals may be delayed, or, maybe you won't achieve those goals because of some unknown circumstance that could happen. If this is the case, give yourself some grace. If you don't meet every single goal, that's okay. It's about the journey and those lessons that, along that journey that got you to maybe your goal or maybe not your goal. So I hope this was helpful and something to think about as you're heading into 2020, into this new decade, to not only set these goals, but really have some intention and strategy behind them in order to reach those goals. So if you loved this episode, take a screenshot of you listening and tag me at Emily Nichols22 or at Self Care Isn't Selfish Podcast. Let me know your biggest takeaways and maybe what your big goals are of 2020. And if you would be so kind to leave a rating and review on iTunes, that would be so wonderful. It helps make the podcast a little bit easier to find. So thanks again for listening. Happy New Year, and let's rock those 2020 goals.